Oh no! I always like that. I almost want to bring it to camp. I'm
I
sure
am going to.
we can use it for like coverage for a hole somewhere.
We could, or just burn it.
No, I don't want to burn it.
Alright. See, it's rotten.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so I've got to get some long, largish logs to build up the bottom wall of the A-frame. There's a dead standing one, not too many branches. Hopefully it's not too rotted, because it looks to be pretty much what I'm looking for in terms of size and straightness. Let's see what happens. It's pretty rotten. It won't be as bad up high. It's pretty rotten, so we'll see how it is a little bit higher. Might be okay. Not bad. Not rotten at all.
Alright, so while Mike's gone to get a couple of pieces of wood to work on the other shelter, I'm going to work on sprucing up this one. We usually try to spend the night in it at least once every winter, and I love it. I like spending time in here too with the big fire in front. So, but every year we need to clean it out because we get problems with ants. So I'm going to put everything out and clean it all up and put everything back in, and we'll fix our roof too at the same time. Okay, so that's water. Probably get that out of here. One more to go. So this is the stuff that we have to take out every year. It's just all spruce needles that the ants bring in. I don't know if they're trying to insulate or something, but anyway, they haul that all over every year. We got to clean that out. There's some in that corner there too, and a little bit here. We really need to remoss the walls. There's a lot of spots that we lost all the moss that we had insulated it with, and so we get a draft coming up, especially from this wall. The wind always seems to be coming from that side. The other wall we need to patch too. It looks like the cracks are wider, but actually the wind's not really coming from that way when we're here. I'm probably going to have to take this log out in order to get everything that's in there. But yeah, that's a big thing. Okay, so some of this stuff we can burn, but the moss, I'm not sure. So I am going to keep the shavings that are on that side. I'm going to put them in the fire pit. The other stuff, I think I'm just going to go and dispose of it in our brush pile. Easier than I thought. You'll have to clean all that junk off of it. This one, the one on this side's always been more rotted, huh?
Yeah, well, the water drains that way and
Yeah.
then probably dams behind it.
Because we had changed it. I remember we changed it last time and it's still...
Remember we changed one, I can't remember which side.
Maybe we changed both.
Still pretty light though.
Yeah.
I can still use it. The logs that I was sawing before, they are going to be placed down here, and that basically is going to help build up so that the tarp doesn't have a gap on the ground. Now before I put the logs down, we need to take off the limbs on it and peel them, but I'm also going to put a base of rock just to keep it off to the ground so they don't rot as much.
Yeah. Here, I'll hold it up.
I'm not using the blade end, I'm just scraping the top just to get some of the rot off. A lot of the rot off.
Wow. So I don't mind that we're doing that because it's flattening it up. It's going to flatten it so it sits better, but the bed's going to be lower.
That's fine. It's not going to be that lower. It'll be good for one more season.
But I always found, make sure that the nubs aren't like sticking up or
Yep.
something, because
Yep. Well, do the best we can. Hey. Definitely doesn't fit there. That one fits there.
this one. This one's knobby. One more left.
Hey. See if it still works. Yeah, with an air mattress,
With an air mattress, yeah, of course.
it would definitely work. Nah, it's perfect.
It's perfect without the air mattress?
Well, it's perfect for what it is. If you were stranded and you found this, you'd be like, oh, this is great.
Oh, geez. Better than I thought. I got further than I thought I would.
Good job.
Okay. Whew. We'll do the small stuff after.
Yeah.
Put it in the front or something, because some of those are tables anyways.
And tables.
Yeah, like that's a table.
Or you want the small stuff?
Just put it in the front there. I think I got a hammer in the yellow there, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So we'll have to fix the roof and then...
Whew.
I'd love to be able to make this like kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's too close to the fire pit though, but
Yeah, it would definitely melt.
I think for today I'm just gonna tie it down so the wind doesn't flop it up, and then once we fix that side wall next time we'll
readjust the whole thing.
we'll fix it then. Just trying to reuse some paracord. I'm just tying this temporarily till we come back next time so that the wind doesn't flop it away. And then, because we got some beams we want to cut there so we can properly put it down, and then we'll deal with the rest of the cordage after. Okay, so I temporarily tied up the front of that tarp till we come back next time. Mike's going to bring the chainsaw and we're going to cut these out on an angle. And we'll be able to put the tarp over it and everything is going to be flush. We have this gap here that we've had to deal with for a while. On the way in, Mike picked up this slab that was kind of down in the trail, and I think it would be probably would fit in there perfectly if I cut it to length. I might be able to slide it in here to cut that hole out a little bit. So I think that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to see if I can figure out how long to cut it and make it fit in there. It's not going to be perfect, but be better than not having anything at all. Craft. Let's start around here. It is rotted, but I just need a windbreak, so. That's all I'm looking for, a windbreak. So it doesn't have to be perfect. So I think if I can make it fit in that hole, I think that'll work. So it's not perfect, but once it freezes in place, it should hold up. And it will cut the draft better than just having a hole.
Stop turning. Alright, so I've got the log cinched up there. Sorry, I don't know how much recorded. Battery died. But got it all lined up. I had to readjust the rocks at the bottom to make it nice and level. And it's basically a bit of a proof of concept for me to make sure this works out pretty good. And it lines up really nicely. I might cheat a bit and get some nails there to anchor the tarp down. But this is basically a temporary setup. I think I may have made a mistake with this tarp in that my plan was to add more material as needed to get the shelter basically totally isolated from the wind. And the better alternative for that is to get a bigger tarp. It's a lot easier to just cut excess tarp than to add more. So we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to see if there are any other options that I can get. These aren't cheap. I don't like spending the extra money, but there's nothing wrong with having an extra tarp. So pretty happy with how it lines up for now. A few gaps here and there, but that can be fixed. And I think this is going to work out pretty good. Like I said on the last video, to me this looks a lot nicer than that old plastic tarp that we had. So I miss having the moss on it, but it was putting just way too much pressure on the tarp for it to last a long time. This, I think, is going to be pretty good for several years.
So I'm going to start cleaning some of the woodshed out. We're just going to take everything out and clean the floor. Probably not going to have time to rebuild anything today, but at least it'll be clean, so next time we come we can start putting walls up and doing stuff. So Mike's just finishing up on the A-frame, putting his logs down. I think he's going to come and help me after.
Alright, as you guys can see, much cleaner. We not only cleared out the bottom there, Sandra did the bulk of the work on that, but we also cleared out the sidewall and kind of opened it all up. We're going to leave it open like that. We're not going to restock the wood that we had for now. We're going to try to let that dry, and we're going to build up the floor much higher than it was, and then we're going to restock what we already have, but also in the coming weeks hopefully we have the time to fill this up with more firewood for this winter coming up. So along with having the lean-to cleaned out and the woodshed cleaned out, which is a pretty big bonus, there's still a lot of work to be done. I'm possibly going to get a different tarp for the A-frame, it would be a lot easier to just kind of cut to fit than to add. So maybe that tarp might be changing. We still have to get a lot of firewood, and we got some work that we want to get done on the stone teepee as well. So with all the work that Sandra did on the lean-to here, the only thing we have left to do with this shelter is basically build a second reflective wall. We used to have one across here. We might move things around just to get better protection from the wind, but that's pretty much it for this shelter, although Sandra might want to add some more moss, she had mentioned.
Definitely.
If time allows.
Yep.
Well, that's gonna wrap it up, folks. It's starting to get dark.
Yep.
We didn't bring camping gear this time. So we're gonna be heading back. I think they're calling for some crappy weather tomorrow, so we might be here in a week or two from now. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. Pretty happy with the work we've done.
Yeah, a lot of little jobs, no big job completed, but a lot of little things that needed to be done. So
yeah, basically those are the ones that we need to get done. The other ones are nice to have, but maintaining the shelters and getting our wood supplies ready is going to be really important for us.
Yeah.
for the next several months. Hope you guys enjoyed, folks. Hope to see you all again soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.